What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kylie. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know what this video is going to be about. But if you don't, I want to talk to you about a decision that I have made regarding my own health journey. So let's get into it. So recently I decided to quit Weight Watchers. I know. Okay, I just started this whole YouTube channel talking about Weight Watchers and how much I loved it. That has not changed. I still love Weight Watchers. I still would recommend it to anybody else. However, where I'm at in my own health journey, it's just not working for me anymore. And quite frankly, I'm okay with that because the thing is our bodies are always changing, and what has worked for us once before may not work for us in the future. And I'm kind of realizing that's pretty much where I'm at in my health journey. I've been in a plateau, losing and gaining the same 2 to 3 pounds over the past 4 months. That's a long time. I've tried pretty much anything and everything you can think of to try to break the plateau, and it's just not working anymore. So my whole goal with Weight Watchers was to get to a point where I felt completely comfortable just not tracking at all and living my life normally and just not worrying about what I'm eating, and just not worry about what I'm eating, but eating intuitively. The other thing I realized is that I'm just not quite ready to not track what I'm eating at all and jump into intuitive eating. I'm not fully there yet. I feel that I feel confident that I would stay where I'm at and not really gain any weight, but I'm not confident that I can continue losing weight. And I still would like to lose about 60 pounds. And that's a lot of weight to do completely on your own with no help. I know people can do it. I'm just not confident for myself that I can do that. So I had previously thought about this, and I thought about doing it before I started my YouTube channel so that I could just be about one thing and not make this switch. But at the beginning of the year, I got really excited about Weight Watchers again, and I just wanted to see it take off. I wanted to see me, continue to lose weight and get to my goal weight through Weight Watchers, but that just didn't happen. I had one really good week where I lost almost 5 pounds. And then the following week, I gained almost 3 of it back. And I didn't really do anything differently. The only thing that I did that was different was I kind of skipped meals last week. It's just a really busy week for me, and I kind of skipped meals. So I know that probably had a lot to play into it. But I'm also at a point in my health journey where I would really like to start working out. I actually lost all of my weight so far without any working out. I did maybe a couple videos here and there, but nothing consistently, nothing that would really help me to lose the weight that I did. I did it strictly through my diet. But I feel like at this point in my health journey, I need to add something more. There's something that's missing. And where my husband and I are at financially, we just couldn't afford for me to do Weight Watchers and me get a gym membership or pay for an app or anything like that. Now, I know there are free stuff, and I'm a huge advocate for anything that's free workouts, free, find things that are for free on YouTube, find things that are for free from Instagram. I'm a huge advocate for all of that. However, it's not for me. It doesn't get me excited to work out on the floor of my living room when I have a dog trying to lick my face all the time, or a baby trying to crawl all over me. It's just not something that I can get excited about. And if I'm not excited about any kind of physical activity, like wanting to work out or something like that, then I'm not going to be consistent. And for me, it doesn't make sense for me to start something that I already know I'm not going to be consistent about. It just makes more sense for me to find something that I'm excited about. And I would much prefer going to the gym or paying for a structural app that I know are going to be really good workouts if I want to do them, if I in fact want to do them at home. Another reason I wanted to quit Weight Watchers was because I just wasn't getting excited about it anymore. I was frequently forgetting to track because I just knew off the back of my hand how many points was what, and I just wasn't really excited about it. It was getting to be more dreadful, and that's another reason why I just wanted to quit, because I knew right away that if it was becoming something that was dreadful or that I would dread doing every day, that's not going to be what motivates me, and I'm just going to stay stagnant for however many months and continue to pay $20 a month when it's just not working for me anymore. And the last reason that made me come to this decision was, and I don't want to get too much into this, a couple of different just views that Weight Watchers has that I realize don't align with my own views and values. So I'm just not going to talk too much about this. I just want to kind of leave it at that, because this is not my channel. It's not going to become political, and it's not going to become any kind of a debate. Frankly, it's not up for debate. So it's just, that played a factor, if I'm being honest with y'all, that played a factor into my decision to cut ties with Weight Watchers as well. So glad I got that off my chest. I announced it on Friday on my Instagram, but I think internally I made the decision much earlier than Friday, and just when I stepped on the scale for weigh-in day, that was kind of my last straw. So what am I going to be doing differently now, and what am I going to use to start tracking? If you aren't already aware, there is an app out there called iTrackBites. Essentially, it's almost the same thing as Weight Watchers. They pretty much play off of the Weight Watcher plan. However, the difference is they have like the really old Points Plus Weight Watcher plan. Don't ask me exactly which plan goes with which Weight Watcher plan. I just know that it's called Better Balance, is equivalent to the Weight Watcher Blue plan, and then Carb Conscious is equivalent to the Weight Watcher Green plan. I'm not sure off the top of my head what is equivalent to the Weight Watcher Purple plan, but I do know for the Better Balance plan, you do have to have their pro version. So iTrackBites, you can actually do a free version, or you can pay for the pro version for, I believe I paid $30 for an entire year. So that's only, that's literally a fraction of the price of Weight Watchers if you calculate it per year. $20 wasn't a whole lot per month, but when you go over time and then you compare it to iTrackBites, which is only $30 for an entire year, it was kind of like a no-brainer for me. Like, I would much rather pay $30 for an entire year and kind of not sweat if I do it for 6 months and decide that that's not for me either, rather as do Weight Watchers for 6 more months and knowing that I'm paying $20 each month and just losing that money. So another thing with iTrackBites is you can actually do keto, I believe. Another thing with the iTrackBites app is that you can also track your calories and your macros all within the iTrackBites app. So that was another factor that I really liked. I didn't want to have to double track with the Weight Watcher app and then a free version of like a calorie counter. And the only reason why I am deciding to also count my calories is because of my plateau. I want to make sure that I'm eating plenty of calories, and I realized the very first day that I switched over to iTrackBites, I kind of just wanted to get acquainted with the app and see what it was all about, see if it was like really going to work for me. And I was watching my caloric intake, and I realized on just doing Weight Watchers, I was only eating like 1,000 calories a day, which is no way sustainable. That's no one, absolutely no one should be eating only 1,000 calories a day. I just knew that I was definitely not eating enough on Weight Watchers, and that was something that was really going to help me. If I use the iTrackBites app, I can just count my calories. I was realizing that I really need to up my 0 point foods, or now called 0 bite foods, which would be, you know, fresh vegetables and fresh fruits, and really get my caloric intake up, but while still keeping my points down. Another thing that I'm really enjoying is that you can actually switch on to using decimals for the iTrackBites. So if you want to be really accurate with what you're eating, you can turn on the use decimals and it'll be really accurate. So lots of things like fat-free Ready Whip is still 0 bites on the iTrackBites app, but if you use the decimal, it's like half a bite. So that's something that I really enjoyed. If I really feel like I need to be on top of things and be really precise with my eating, then I can just switch on the use decimals and be able to track that way. And then another aspect is that if you're not really like tech savvy, the iTrackBites app is a little hard to navigate. It's definitely not as user friendly as the Weight Watcher app. It took me a little bit. I'm not extremely tech savvy by any means, but I'm not clueless at either. But it did take me a little bit to figure out, okay, how do I input a recipe, or how do I build a recipe? So I'm sure that's something that iTrackBites is working on or will work on to make it more user friendly in the future, or at least I hope so. As I mentioned earlier, there is a free version of iTrackBites and then there is a pro version. If you are wanting to do like keto or the Better Balance, which is the equivalent to Weight Watchers Blue, that is something that is exclusive to the pro version, so you would have to pay for that, as well as like the scanner, the online community, the recipe builder. All of those things are all exclusive to the pro version. So if you want to get the full benefit of tracking, I would definitely recommend just paying the $30 and going with the iTrackBites Pro version. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it going over the iTrackBites app. I really am excited to see how this is going to work out for me, and I'm excited to be excited about tracking again. All of the stuff that I will be posting regarding the iTrackBites is still going to apply to the Weight Watcher Blue plan. I just won't be able to tell you anything regarding the green plan or the purple plan because I won't have my Weight Watcher app anymore, so I won't be able to look at points or anything for you. But any recipes that I post, or any points or any bites values that I post, you can simply just go into your own Weight Watcher app and check to make sure that they align with what I am posting. With that being said, my content is not going to change at all. I'm still going to be documenting the rest of my weight loss journey. I'm still going to be here to help inspire. I'm still going to be here to help and inspire others on their own health journey. Also, if you do want more recipes, be sure to follow me on Instagram if you don't already, because that's where I will be posting them more frequently. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and click the red subscribe button. I'll see you guys later. Bye.